February 24th, 1978. 5 friends. Their families called them the Boys. They had just watched a basketball game in Chico, California. They were happy, celebrating a win, and looking forward to playing in a tournament of their own the very next day. They stopped at a local market for snacks and drinks. It was the last time any of them would be seen alive, because for some reason they didn't go home. Instead of taking the familiar route south, their 1969 Mercury Montego veered sharply off course. They drove 70 miles in the wrong direction, deep into the darkness of the Plumas National Forest. Days later, their car was discovered abandoned on a remote snow-covered logging road. Police were baffled. The car wasn't stuck. It had plenty of gas. The engine turned over on the first try. Yet the doors were unlocked and a window was rolled down, open to the sub-zero night. And the 5 men had simply vanished. The search was extensive, but fruitless. The snow was too deep. It wasn't until spring, 4 long months later, that the horrifying truth began to emerge as the snows melted. Nearly 20 miles from the abandoned car, searchers found a Forest Service trailer. Inside, they found the body of Ted Wyer. He had wasted away, surviving for as long as 8 to 13 weeks before finally succumbing to starvation and hypothermia. He had lost nearly 100 pounds. But this is where the mystery deepens into sheer terror. The trailer was fully stocked. A locker had been pried open, revealing enough military C rations to feed all 5 men for an entire year. There was a propane tank for heat and plenty of matches to light a fire. Yet Ted Wyer, wrapped in sheets, freezing to death, never touched them. Why would a starving man ignore a room full of food? What was he so afraid of? Over the next few days, the remains of 3 other boys were found scattered in the woods between the car and the trailer. The 5th, Gary Mathias, has never been found to this day. What made 5 men abandon a perfectly good car and trek 20 miles through waist-deep snow in the dead of night? They didn't just get lost. Something drove them up that mountain. And something or someone kept them terrified in the dark until the very end. The case remains one of America's most chilling unsolved mysteries. The shadows grow longest when the clock strikes 12, but even in the deepest night, the light of a single lantern can show the way. The next story is just a whisper away.